What's up, y'all? It is your favorite vegan couple, the Vegan Trap Queens, Eb and Shell, and you are tuned into the Trap House Vegan hashtag. It's a lifestyle. Boo, who do we have on the show with us today?
We are excited. We have the wonderful Tierra, Burrell, aka TierraGoesGreen, with us today, and we will be talking about everything from veganism to vegan sex to self-care and what else we talking about?
A rack of shit. Just stay tuned. We about to call it now.
Good afternoon.
Hey.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
I'm outstanding. How y'all feeling?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Now that we're talking to you.
Right.
I am excited about this. I was like, vegan trap house, I'm down for whatever it is they have going on. I am here for every part of that.
Yes.
Thank you
so much.
so much for doing this interview with us. We are like beyond
Low-key
excited.
fanning out.
Right, like
Yes,
we
I
are
love
big
it.
fans. Like we've been following you, I don't know, for years.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's dope. That is super dope. I love it. So y'all see all my fuckery.
yes, bitch, we love it.
I'm here for I love it. That's the whole type of community that I've tried to create. I'm like, look, I ain't like everybody else. Like, I ain't like everybody else, and I am learning to love every part of who is authentically me, and every part of my pettiness, and every part of these goddamn peaches,
Yes.
and every part of all of that.
Yes, we love it. We are so here for it, and we are like, we admire everything you do for the Black community and veganism and this
That's
whole
awesome.
holistic lifestyle. Like, you don't know how, like, you inspire the fuck out of us. Like,
Right.
we
It's
be looking
important.
at you
We out
like,
here.
yes.
That means so much because, you know, people want you to dim. They want you to dim different parts of yourself, and they want you to, you know, deny, if not dim it. You're supposed to deny different parts, and it's just like, yo, look, I'm really fucking nasty, and my mind is in the gutter 98% of the time. That's the reason why I'm able to eat the way that I eat, because I look at all of it like, oh, do I want you in my mouth today?
Right.
Right.
You know?
Like,
That's how you do
about that,
look
but
at
I'm
it.
like, you just get juicy off of this peach, because, bitch, I'm over here trying to gush like aloe vera plant. So
thank you.
that I'm gonna go ahead and drink this little aloe vera juice because I want to get like the aloe. Fuck all this other shit.
Ooh. You know that, like, is you really eating pus, bitch? Do you really?
Yes.
Do you really know what that's doing to you?
And then bragging about everything.
They bragging about it though.
Stop.
Like they bragging about it. It cracks me up. Talking about girl, I don't swallow. Bitch, look.
You
look,
do a whole
why-
lot.
What you doing?
Girl, you might as well, bitch.
Okay. What you mean? Yes, you do. You do swallow. You swallow
Let me
all of
tell
it.
you
What you
how
talking about?
basic you are, and how somebody else will fuck your man. Like somebody else will fuck your man, woman, auntie, uncle, whoever. You know, like they're gonna fuck them because you over here talking about you got standards. No, you don't. You do not have standards. Just because you wear Creed perfume, that is not your
That's
standard.
Korean.
You know, like,
Oh shit. Oh shit.
so yeah.
I love it. Alright, so we don't want to take up too much of your time, so we're just gonna get right into these 21 questions with the Vegan Trap Queens.
All right, let's do it.
Alright, first question is, how long have you been vegan and how did you transition into a vegan diet?
I have been vegan, and there's a difference. Let me give the disclaimer now between vegan and plant-based.
Yes,
like, so
please do, please.
Yeah, it's a huge difference, which I learned on this journey. So I went vegan in 2007, 2008. I think I was like probably 25 years old, 24, 25 years old. So I kind of teeter-tottered. But when I was vegan, I was just tired of being basic. I was tired of taking naps all day long. I was tired of bacterial vaginosis. I was tired of literally like living a lifestyle where I could not figure out where my epic self was. I felt her on the inside. I didn't know how to access her. Now, I had no idea that the food was going to unlock those spaces within inside of myself. I had no idea. So the more that, I transitioned, I read a book. One of my really good friends, she was vegan. I was like, girl, what the fuck is a vegan? Like, I cannot. How do you live without chicken? Like, what type of shit is this? Like, what do you eat? I was the typical, like, dumbass. I don't even want to call them dumbasses, but I was that person. That's why I clown so much. I was very ignorant. Like, oh my God, what do you eat? And and I would make fun of these people. Like, I only did 2 at that time, but what transitioned me was, like, I was admiring her energy. I was like, how are you a single mother? You just ran like 5 miles. Skin is glistening. You're glowing. You're just vibrant, and then you're excited about your little snacks and shit. I'm like, what is that? So I was like, I wanted to know how she got that energy. Like, how did she access that? And she didn't tell me, like, oh, I'm vegan. And at that time, I was just like, well, what the fuck is a vegan? Like, what does that mean? What does that look like? I couldn't get the visual behind it. And she just gave me a book and was just like, read this book. And after you finish this book, we can talk about it. So she gave me a book. I read that book in like a day and a half, and it just all made sense. It made sense to everything that I was already feeling. It made sense to everything that I was trying to access. It really just connected the dots for me. And that book was called Skinny Bitch. So that's
I've heard of that.
Man, that book changed my whole life, and it talks to me like a real person. So they're using hella profanity. If you don't use profanity, I'm a disconnect from you. You just don't speak the same language at all. I'll sit there and look at you, and I'll just blink, and then I'll just go somewhere else in my imagination. If you're not using profanity, then there is no way that we're really going to have an organic connection. So with that book, they was using hella profanity, and I was here for it. So it was just like, yes, thank you for reading my entire life. So it was a very, very great book, and that was the book that changed my life. So after that book, it wasn't hard, like it just made everything make sense. So that is how I started my entire journey. So big shout out to my big sister, Dawn Dixon, who is a major, beautiful, healthy influencer, still continue to this day. She is the one that literally shape-shifted my entire life. She was the only one that told me I was fat, too.
Oh, she was your only real friend.
Rabbit shit. Yeah, she was like, this Jessica Rabbit shit ain't gonna be, too long. You're gonna die. And I was just like, they said I'm thick though, and I'm down here in Georgia, so I am thick.
So
I can deal with the neck. Yeah, she was like, yeah, no.
That's okay, so that's good. That's perfect. So you talk about the difference, right, in being vegan and being plant-based. Same thing. We learned like the same thing. And so we did eat some processed food. We
ate
definitely
a rack of tofu,
a lot of tofu.
A lot of soy.
Were you the same way in the beginning? And then like, how did you get into like, did you start plant-based and just like, you just was like a G from the beginning? Or
was you eating French fries and Oreos?
Girl, it was French fries, Oreos, McDonald's drive-thrus with barbecue sauce, ramen noodles, goddamn anything. I was like, hey,
right, whatever ain't have meat in it.
Dairy in it, then I'm good.
Right.
So I was French fried down, especially at that time. Like I was still a professional makeup artist, so I was doing a lot of video productions, movie productions. So whatever it is that I had access to, especially dealing in the industry aspect of everything with like craft services and whatever it is that they actually have available. So I was eating a lot of carby, sugary, everything. So that is where I was. That's why I definitely try to tell people often, like, there is a difference between being vegan and being plant-based. Just because you're vegan does not mean that you're healthy. I was a fat vegan. Like, I was still eating canned green beans. Like, it's a green bean. I didn't know. I had no idea. Like, it's a fucking green bean and it's a steamable. So why can't I put it in the microwave?
Yeah, right.
Like, well...
It's a process.
It's like, well, Tierra, those green beans in that can will outlive you, and how come it can live until 2026?
And that's probably not okay, right?
Girl.
Yeah, like, oh shit, I didn't think about that part. Or, the processed things and the additives and the preservatives. I'm thinking it's a fucking potato. Deep fried. Okay, we know that deep fried shit ain't the best for you, but it's still a potato.
Right. That's how you balance it out.
Okay.
Like, I mean.
Exactly. So I stepped it up a notch once I realized, like, oh, you can still be fat. I couldn't figure out, like, how come I was eating all of these vegetables, quote unquote, or what I thought was vegetables, and I still wasn't looking on a regular basis. I'm like, how come I don't shit? I'm just thinking that I'm that special, and I just don't shit. Yes. Do on a daily basis because I don't have to wipe all the time. But then when your vagina starts fumigating and you realize like, oh shit, this shit is coming out in other places. You dumbass, like, girl. That is when I was like, hold on, wait, there's levels to this shit. I need to figure this shit out.
Levels.
Oh, shit.
I am always trying to stay ready. So honestly, you know, like my vagina is the thing that led me to the damn place. She was like, look,
that's right.
we really want to be great. We really want to be great out here. And you, in these bum ass choices that you're sitting here making, convincing yourself that since it's vegan, it's okay. My vagina, I want to believe, you know, sometimes she is my higher self. Now, sometimes she is my wretched self. And she does not have the best agenda for us. She does not have the best agenda for us. But, you know, she is the one that led us into this higher self because she had something to say. And what she was saying, she was screaming. And the things that she was screaming was, I want better everything. So with her leading us, led us into just a better quality of just life existence. So, yeah, she got us together first.
I know that's right. Okay, perfect segue. Right, so, all right. So, we have, well, we're polyamorous, just to talk about that. So, right, we say, you know, hashtag, okay, so, hashtag vegans only. And that was something we had to grow into, you know what I'm saying? But when we're talking about, that's a whole other thing. When we're talking about, like, vegan sex, and just like sex in general, we were cracking up at one of your posts and talking about sexual frustration and how that's not normal because we agree.
Right. So I thought you was talking about, like, you know, ladies just masturbate, you know?
And I immediately thought, like, go get your rocks off, you know what I'm saying? And while we don't necessarily advocate one night stands to anybody listening, but, you know, get you some sage and, you know, you bring them in, you sage them down, and you keep it moving, right? Get your rocks off. So,
exactly.
See? So, the question is, what's your perspective just on positive expressions of female sexuality, especially like now?
It is so important that we as women learn how to navigate through those spaces within inside of us of just that feminine divinity, because we are the gateways to everything. We are the life holders. We manifest things. We blow shit up. We make things, you know, grow. We bring forth that life. So with us being so powerful in that life aspect, in being able to nurture life, not only can we grow the life inside of us, but we can definitely feed the life afterwards. So we have to realize, one, exactly what it is that we're working with. So when you don't have access or the real knowledge, ability to access those depths of yourself, one, go and find you a shamanic practitioner, preferably Reiki, somebody that knows how to move that energy through you, because that sexual frustration, and it will come out. It will come out in whether it's promiscuity, whether it is a tumor, fibroid, it'll come out in depression, it'll come out in loss of hair growth. All it is, you know, and saying all of these different diagnoses, all it is a misuse of energy.
Right.
So when you are in a space of alignment to where you are fortunate because you can go through a whole bunch of shit and someone else is not in alignment with you. But if you find someone who is actually fortunate enough to learn how to teach you to navigate through those spaces within inside of yourself, please. Sexual expression is very, very important. You know, I have shamanic sex, I have tantric sex. I'm damn sure with the shit, like what we doing tonight, all of us, we're all in a room.
Right.
And the get down is for the get down. I am completely open to this life experience, because each person that you embody and each person, you know, like, you will definitely take on those unhealed parts of your lover or lovers. So you have to be cautious with that as well. But if you are in a healing space and they're in a healing space, I believe that those people, you know, plural, have the ability to heal you. All of y'all are just bouncing the energy off of each other. So I believe that sexual energy is like a damn good conversation, and you're connecting the dots between your DNA. You're connecting the dots between your atoms. You're connecting the dots within your breath. Everything that we do typically is like in group expression, whether that's yoga or boot camps or shit, even in the hair salon. You know, like it's a group of people in there releasing.
Right.
Why are we sitting here ashamed, you know, to have, like, man, all y'all, line the fuck up. Let's go. I got some shit to get out of me, and I'm about to go ahead and objectify every fucking one of you. Who's willing and who is not. I'm that one. I'm that one. And the more and more I get in line with nature, you know, like the more and more that sexual, I don't even want to say frustration, because now I know how to truly embody it. Now I know how to use it to do me a service as opposed to a disservice. My younger years, I'm thinking something's fucking wrong with me. I need to go to a place and I need to go and, you know, praise the Jesus up out of me and, you know, get this off. And it's just like, out of all of those prayers, I went and got saved. I did all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, out of all of this, like, hold on, no shade to the religious people or anything like that, but these Jesus prayers ain't working because this throb is not stopping. And I know I can go and get this throb taken care of in 12 minutes. You know, if I just, you know, make a run real quick, just make a run, and then I'm gonna come back a whole better person. I believe that we're supposed to express ourselves now. It doesn't necessarily have to be on another person or another human, just any form for you to get that sexual energy out of you. So you can work out, sweat and cum smells the same. You know, like to me, that is a form of release. You can find, you know, a sweat lodge. That definitely is it. People dance. That's a form of sexual expression. People sing. That's a form of sexual expression. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, go and, you know, balls to the wall, but it can definitely be expressed in so many different areas. And that is the beauty within humanity. That is the beauty within sexual expression. So get it out. Get it out. If not, it turns into something else.
Right. I am loving you
She
right
just schooled
now.
me. I'm like, shit, I need to think about something.
It's right. It makes sense though, because it's just like, it's kundalini. Like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's how, you know, what you would talk about it, but it's like the same shit. Like, yeah, you gotta get your energy out and learn how to manipulate it. So, okay. So, I want to stay on track with the questions. And we don't want to take, you know what I'm saying? These conversations can get long.
Wait, I was gonna ask, what's your sign? Your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
I fucking knew it, Pisces!
I'm sorry. So are we.
We're both Pisces.
Oh, yeah, so we all speak the same language. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Girl.
And if we don't get that energy out, you know we'll die. Like, we will die.
Basically.
Different parts of us will die. Our creativity will die. Our mental abilities will die. Our physical aspects, something's dying. You know, like, something is definitely dying without that expression. And with us being water, we're so fluid. So we can be anything. We can be teardrops. We can be early morning dew. We can be a stream. We can be a pond. And I know, you know, at this phase of my 35 years of life, that I am an ocean. But I also know that there's lakes beneath that ocean. Like, there's so many other ecosystems that I haven't even tapped into and can't even find words in the English language for me to identify what the fuck is going on. And I just welcome it all.
Alright. That was deep. What are some of your self-care strategies, like, when it comes to anything?
Right, because self-care
is everything. So what do you do? What does Tierra do? What do you do?
I have daily rituals every single day. So my shower is definitely a self-care ritual. I only like bathe in Black Girl Magic handmade body balms, you know, black soaps and things like that. So I take, you know, all of my creative sisters in that shower with me, or a bath, you know, different bath rituals and salt baths and things like that. But my daily workouts, I work out religiously, and it's definitely a form of my sexual expression because I am so sexually affluent, you know, like, so my workouts are definitely the main source of that. So people ask me that all the time, like, Tierra, what is driving you? How do you work out like that? I'm like, my workouts are my sex. You know, like, so if I'm unable to express myself in a certain area, luckily I found another area to where I'm still able to be productive and not do myself a disservice. And then the side effects, like, goddamn, you know, like, shit.
Right.
If I can't do and get that thing out that I really, really, really want to do, and something that's really going to lay me out, then I'll go and work out 5, 6, 7 times a day, and then hopefully I'll be sleepy by the end of the night and get that ultimate, like lay out. I'm just trying to be laid the fuck out. I mean, like that is like my goal every single day. It's just Lord God, please.
That is
definitely a self-care ritual for me. And then green juice. Green juice is damn sure a self-care ritual. Do you know how amazing you feel when your DNA and your cells connect and you feel it happening?
Right.
Like, so it's amazing. So I drink 32 or 34, I don't know what size my mason jar is, but of green juice every single day. Now, it's nasty. It's not for the taste. Like, so it's like dark kale, purple kale, goddamn spinach, all the leafy greens, because I don't eat like that. So it's just like, okay, let me go ahead and put all of the leaf greens, everything that my body would actually need as far as a metabolic, space into my body. Let me just go ahead and just feed everything, feed all the nourishment. So my nourishment is a form of self-care. So I'll just drink it all, because I'm not going to eat like 5 pounds of spinach, but I'll drink that shit. And that's like, 2 minutes out of my day, and then I'm done. And then I feel like a superhero.
Right. Okay. On the spiritual side of things, how do you protect your space and your energy? Because there's vampires and all types of things going on out here. And we moved out the States, but you're still in the States. So how do you protect your
before you
space
go out in
energy?
the world? Like, what do you? What's in your backpack?
Oh yeah, I am completely unfuckwittable on that aspect, because I learned and I got my feelings hurt one too many times, and I got my energy sucked out of me one too many times, to where when you don't know, what energy vampire actually is, you don't know how to recognize them.
Right.
And now they're coming in so many different forms. They come in business suits and professional settings and intimate settings and all sorts of stuff, and they still have very, very prominent narcissistic behavior. But this is also, the lessons that you're supposed to learn. So I keep black obsidian on me. I am really,
my
really
favorite
into
yoni
stones.
egg.
Yeah. Oh, that black as a yoni egg, girl.
Yeah, I like it.
One when I'm like, okay, I'm done with you. I am done with you, and I'm gonna go ahead and rid this energy of you in my yoni egg. So that's the black obsidian. So I have that in a bracelet. I have I'll typically, put little stones and stuff in my hair. My hair typically is never down. I always have it, kind of pinned up. So that's also a form of me keeping my spiritual side sacred, as well as me not having my hair down, because I have locks. So with it locked, all of that is just baby antennas. Right. So there's all sorts of different things that are able to actually come up. And unfortunately, we're in a society that's just very sick. It's all sorts of sicknesses and viruses and things like that are running rampant. And for people who don't speak energy fluidly, then you can't tell them that. So I spray Florida water before I leave the house. I have shit in my glove compartment. I keep the black obsidian on. I have bracelets. I sage or Palo Santo every single day. I have the sprays. Literally, I have at least 4 or 5 of those sprays everywhere I go. I am not going to be, you're not going to catch me out here slipping. Anyway, it is.
I am here for
it. At a coffee shop, I will pull that shit out and spray myself and continue to just be goddamn vibrant and amazing throughout the course of the day. It's not going to jump on me. I carry it around like hand sanitizer.
Basically.
Because that's what
you have to.
You gotta clean
it.
It is, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. We was just talking about that because we want to come back to the States. And we were like, oh, we just need to, have a whole little kit and just make sure that we carry that kit around with us. So it's real comforting to hear somebody say that they really carry around a kit. Okay.
Because we sit here like, we got to go rack up on our oils and get a few more crystals and really prepare before we come back to the States. We haven't been back. We haven't been back since we left.
Yeah, it's like it's like that you're about to go into a quarantine zone and you're just out there with your hoodie on, thinking that you're protected. Like, God damn it, don't you know who you are and how susceptible you actually are energetically? So if you're about to come into a whole nother environment, and that's how I look at it, like I am here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States, people are coming down in the mornings off of their Ambien highs and looking for caffeine, and they ain't pooped, and people ain't fucked and bust a nice juicy nut. So that's what it is that you're dealing with. It's not necessarily that they're flicking you off or you really cut them off in traffic. They're dealing with for real undiagnosed issues.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so when you know exactly what you're dealing with, that's for you to be responsible for, your
Right.
own accountability. Otherwise, you're going to catch the flu. The same exact thing. It's a spiritual flu, though. You know, like, so you don't leave the house without being prepared, especially when you know that you're walking around here and you are omnipotent. You are all of these embodiments of answered prayers. I know what the fuck I am, so I know exactly what I'm out here doing. And anytime I know, especially at this 35 years of age, giving benefit of the doubt is the most expensive thing that you can give to anything or anyone. That's the one thing that fucks me up every single time. So I'm all about prevention.
Facts. Girl, you just spoke to
And
my
she
whole
is
soul.
schooling us today. Oh shit. Okay. All right. So when we went vegan 2 years ago, like my family, they weren't really with the shits. They, you know, laughed us out, laughed me out, like, child, please, like, you need some meat, like, you too skinny, like, you look like you ain't eating, like, you know, that whole, like, you going crazy, you going through a phase. How did your family take it when you told them you went vegan? Like, did you get to convince anyone to change their diet? Like, what was that like with your family?
In the beginning, it was very hard. Now, mind you, I'm 10, 11 years in this thing now. So in the beginning, it's very hard because you feel like you want to just save everybody. And now you have this newfound information and you just really want everybody to know about it and really, really help. You know, like, that's where you get stuck in. Realizing that I've come to a space of 100% just acceptance. People are grown.
Right.
Period. Like, people are grown. I respect grown people's choices. Now, do I agree with it? No. Do I welcome it? Nope. Am I going to align myself with it? No. Am I happy for it? Not at all. But I accept it. That's going to save you a lot of emotional turmoil, because that's the shit that'll take you back off, and then you end up in a goddamn Krispy Kreme line like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat some donuts today, because you're having an emotional reaction based off of your biological family's ability to give a fuck or not. You know, like, so honestly, the only thing that you can actually do, and the only thing that they will hear, is your consistency. You know, like, that's it. They're going to tease you. It's a lot of adult bullying. It's all sorts of stuff. But at the end of the day, nobody in my family is better than me. Get better than me, and then you can talk shit. But outside of that, you're not better than me. Are you financially better than me? Do you look better than me? Do you have sex better than me? Can you suck dick better than me? Like, be better than me. If you are better than me, I'm going to listen to whatever it is that you actually say, because I just want you to be an influence. But those people who are typically making fun of or being very combative, none of them have the lifestyle it is that you're trying to achieve. So people fear things that they don't understand. And unfortunately, you're about to be one of those things. So you have to stay grounded in that space of understanding that, one, facts, nobody's better than you. Who the fuck in your family looks better than you? And just keep it all the way real. Let's leave compassion out. Let's leave all of the,
joint.
oh, well, none of them are happy. Like, you're married. Oh, okay, you feel validated for being married, but how many kids he got outside of you? Or, you know, like, how's your vagina doing? And I would damn sure do a pussy test real quick. Like, come on, baby, let's scratch and sniff to really see who's better than me. I'm going to chump you off like that. Now, what was that you said? You might want to eat some broccoli.
I mean, these are facts, though.
These are facts.
These are facts.
I had a little cousin unfollow me. No, block me on Instagram. She made a video like, all you females that drink Hennessy, your pussy stink, right? So I commented. It was like, and I was like, you know, that Moet you got is made of yeast, and the Hennessy that I got is vegan and gluten free. And after that, she blocked me.
They get upset. Like, they always want to hear good news about their bad habits. And at the end of the day, it's like, no, baby, that's not how they work. You think that you are just popping because you out here drinking pink Moscato. Bitch, your pH balance.
Girl,
And I'm that one that's like, come on, lay down. open up your legs. Let's see. Let's see how I'm gonna chump your ass off. I'm gonna have you feeling every sort of type of way. Well, I didn't know I was into girls, or I don't. Yeah, baby, you don't know exactly how you feeling right now, but you about to feel real good. You about to feel real good. I'm that one.
Yes.
I am that one. And let me get really savage mode. Like I'm a good, nice, healthy balance between like hopeless, romantic, and just savage.
Yes.
Like the savage part will come out like, oh, you just tried me. You just tried me real heavy. So
Right.
I'ma go and fuck your uncle, and now you gotta call me auntie. I'm that one. At the family reunion, hey girl, hey boo.
Not at the family reunion, no.
Goals.
That's what nature does. That's what these apples does, and the apricot told me to do. The apricot told me, like, oh, don't you know how abundant you are?
Oh, okay. Alright. You are too funny. Okay. I'm about to cry. Alright. We found though that us being able to cook made our transition easier, because it was something that you would say, about like people eating and just being in bad moods, and like all of that just really like coming out in all of your different parts and places.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you might want to go vegan. So we found that for us, being able to cook did help us a lot. Like once we saw a video, I've been vegetarian since I was like 16, but I just didn't ever go vegan. I was like, but cheese. And
yeah.
We went vegan together, right, 2 years ago. But because we could cook, it really made it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Do you cook for yourself? Do you like to cook for yourself? Are you like a on the go vegan?
How do you eat?
Right? How you eat?
Yeah, certainly. Like in the beginning, it was kind of difficult, but then I realized, like, okay, Tierra, like you can still cook. You can cook the same way it is that you were taught how to cook. You just make it with different ingredients, and that's it. It's that simple. You know, like everybody always wants to overcomplicate it. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to cook. If you are in the mood for lemon pepper, go and have you something lemon pepper.
Right.
Different aspects. Like you can still have pasta. It's spelt pasta, or it's quinoa pasta, or it's black bean pasta. You can still have these things just made with different ingredients. Once I really embodied that aspect, and then I lived by the mantra, like eat a rainbow. Make it super colorful. You know, like super colorful. Red, green, yellow, orange, blue, brown, purple, black. You know, like eat anything, all of it, as a variety, and just let those colors seduce each other and see exactly what it is that they do. So it doesn't have to be uber cuisines and things like that, because when you're new at something, you're not good yet. You know, like so many people try to put so much pressure on themselves, but it's just like, no, when you are first learning Spanish, you have to master certain elements first. When you go to kindergarten, you're not going to go from kindergarten to 12th grade, to PhD level. It doesn't work that way. So I think that when it comes down, especially within the cooking process, and then we're in an age of technology, just be patient with yourself and really do some research. It takes nothing for you to use your thumbs. Go to a website. You don't even have to use your thumbs. You can actually speak into the phone and say, find me vegan recipes using whatever the fuck is in your refrigerator. So you got some broccoli and zucchini. Zucchini and broccoli recipes vegan. Boom, shit will pop up. So cut it out. Like, just cut it out with all of these excuses, and realize and say to yourself, like, hey, I'm just creating my own mental barriers, and I'm trying to be in my basic self, and that's just it. When you accept yourself in a space to where you are, you're able to navigate through that. So yeah, it takes nothing to eat a rainbow. Use the same seasonings, the same seasonings, and just allow your process to mature as it's supposed to.
Right. That's basically what our book is about. Literally, we really wanted to focus on teaching people of color specifically how easy it was for us to go vegan. Like, people looked at us and was like, nah, that's too expensive. I don't got time for that. We like, y'all, we teachers and counselors, we don't make no money. Like, we go home every day just like y'all and cook and go to sleep and wake up and come to work just like y'all. Trap House Vegan, get that. But speaking of businesses, TierraGoesGreen, how did that come about? What was the motivation for you to get started, and what have been some of the important lessons you've learned as a black businesswoman?
Tierra Goes Green is strictly organic. It was never supposed to be a business, a brand, a company, or anything. It was just, it's called Tierra Goes Green because it was my journey. You know, like, so I talk and I'm unafraid to talk about anything. You know, like, I don't have any space of I'm not conservative at all. And I like to talk about the things that people are not talking about. I like to discuss those things. So as I got excited along this journey, it was like, hey, you know, like, I started it as a little hashtag, like, Tierra Goes Green. I'm eating more green stuff. I'm eating actual veggies. And then it caught on. And I am coming from the makeup artist industry. So coming from the beauty industry, of course, health and beauty is infused. So the more beautiful my skin was, you know, like, the more clients I actually got. I'm that makeup artist that showed up, you know, on sets and stuff without any makeup. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? How is that? I'm like, yo, I eat cucumbers. Like, this is what did this. And it just caught on to be an actual thing. So one of my friends, you know, just like my good friend Dawn, she told me I was fat. I told one of my friends she was fat. And I was like, yo, let me just detox you because we can do this thing together. And she was in a public eye at that time. And she posted it. And that's how Tierra Goes Green became a thing. So I kind of got thrown into doing this type of work. So it definitely has matriculated into so many different versions and so many different things just as the energy has shifted. But one things that I can definitely say, especially just within brown people and people of color, is everybody won't support you, especially the ones that you think would support you and the ones that would be there for you. Don't get caught up in that space of, you know, of the friend zones and your besties and your family members and all sorts of stuff. Those are the ones that will not support you. Go to the strangers. Go to the ones who actually vibe with you. You know, I don't want to sound cliche, but it is true. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Everybody that you would think would be with you along whatever journey it is. And I'm pretty sure that it's the same if people were to become wives or, you know, the professional collegiate aspect of, you know, humanity. The more and more they actually rose within their academia, more and more friends fell off. I know when I went to college, all my hood rat friends thought that I was too good for them. So I look at it in the same exact way. Like, we already have these same blueprints of how things are supposed to go, or, you know, we already have these life experiences, but just never forget to know and learn what you've already learned on this journey. Like, don't forget that part. So we experience those types of feelings for a reason, and just keep going. Stop giving up on yourself. We already know what it's like to give up on ourselves. We don't know what's on the other side of not giving up on ourselves.
Facts. Girl, facts. So what was the first thing you made? Like, what was the very first thing that you made?
As far as food?
No, my bad. As far as, like, your products, like, because just you saying, like, don't give up. Like, so when you started, like, you kept going and now you're successful. So what was the first thing that you made?
Hell yeah. I've always been successful.
I know, that's right.
I've always been successful.
Basically.
I've been pretty well off since the age of 24, 25. You know, like I said, I was a very successful makeup artist. Yeah. So I've been successful.
Right.
Now, switching it over into the health aspect of beauty. So the first thing, and I actually got peer pressure by a former partner of mine who said, like, okay, I'm about to come up with this thing and this event, and you need to have a product. And I was like, what? What you mean? I don't want to make no product. You know, like, I want to educate the people, and I want them to hear me, and I want them to give a damn about their life. And they were like, So I was like, but who's going to pay for, you know, this product? What the fuck? I don't want to do no damn product. And my partner was like, well, who's going to profit from the product? And I was like, well, damn. Okay, well, all right. So I always get compliments on my skin. And at that time, I did a webinar called Sensational Skin. It's available on YouTube up underneath the TierraGoesGreen page. So that was one of my most successful webinars ever. And it was just information of just random stuff that people just do not know. You know, all of my years in the beauty industry, all of the health aspects of everything. And like I said, I still did the same things. I just flipped it into a more plain version of everything. So instead of argan oil, I use hemp oil. Instead of, you know, all sorts of different things, I was just swapping everything out. So that was super successful. So I was like, okay, well, shit. People love my skin. How about, and they're always asking what you use, what you use, what you use. And I'm telling them like 13 different things. People aren't going to go and do that. Right. So I put those 13 different things in a little jar and called it face flavor, because this is your flavor for your face. like, so that was my very, very first product, and that's still doing very well. So I have Face Flavor, which is an ultra hydrating facial moisturizer, and that's typically one of the main issues that a lot of people, especially of melanin descent, have, is we're dehydrated. Like, we're just on the wrong fucking dirt. We're not supposed to be where our DNA says that we are, like, biologically. So our melanin is still looking like, yo, where the fuck is the coconut trees? I know the coconut trees are out here somewhere, and we need the coconut trees. Like, where the fuck are the mangoes now? Like, we're definitely hybrids of all sorts of just mixtures of shit, but ideally, our skin is still looking for that. So that's one of the reasons why I think that we have alopecia, and we have dry scalp, and a lot of kids are having the eczema and things like that, because nature always wins. So no matter where you were born, you could be born in Wisconsin, that's not a problem, but where is your DNA say that you're supposed to be?
Right.
And with Face Flavor, that is definitely one of the things. So it's getting rid of all sorts of hyperpigmentation and kids' acne and eczema and all sorts of stuff. So that was my very first product, was Face Flavor.
Yes. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all get y'all Face Flavor. Can you tell the people where they can get that?
Definitely. All of my products are available, and all of them are creations. They're all available on TierraGoesGreen.com, and everything's handmade. I make everything. So I put my energy and my love and everything into every single jar, labels, tops, screws, pour, everything. But everything is available on TierraGoesGreen.com. And if you are local to Atlanta, it is available at our local co-op, which is the vegan distributor in the city of Atlanta, and that is 7 Nanda.
Do you have, other than your own, or do you have any, like, not guilty pleasures, but like essential, like, beauty or healthcare products, specifically beauty because you're a makeup artist? So like any beauty products that you like really like to use, like a favorite lipstick, or like, I used to be like makeup junkie, so like I'm listening right now.
See, I don't really do a lot of makeup too much anymore, just because I really feel like, goddamn, all the time. So if I do throw on a little bit of lipstick or something like that, it's like the lipstick is taking away from what I automatically, naturally radiate. But I do have my favorite coconut oil. I do. I'll throw on a little bit of mascara from time to time or something like that, but I've always been that person, though. Like, in with or without the beauty industry. But my favorite coconut oil, like, all coconut oils are not created equal.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It is
they
so
be
not created
lying.
equal. So my favorite coconut oil, and it is pretty pricey. I spent probably $200 on a gallon of it. It's called the Skinny Co. So it's skinny coconut oil. That shit's amazing. Like, it's amazing. And I don't know what the difference is. I don't know their refinement process. I know that it's just different. So that is one of my go-to just guilty pleasures, because 16 ounces to get that coconut oil is probably like $40.
Your skin is beautiful.
Girl, your skin glows through the internet.
It
like,
really
we
does.
feel your energy just looking at your picture. Like, that's how
thank
strong,
you.
like I see all that black girl
Popping,
magic.
honey. It's popping.
That is definitely why I keep going. Why I keep going. Because, in this space of having to have that accountability, you definitely want to run away from it. Like, a lot of the times my higher self needs a break. I don't want to be this person all the fucking time. I want to be basic. Like, how come I can't go out and do basic shit like the rest of these hoes?
Right.
So I tried to escape myself, but probably about 3-4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I literally surrendered. I had a talk with the universe, literally probably walking outside in the parking lot, like, God damn it, okay, all right, I can't escape it. I'm done beating myself up. I'm done repeating these cycles. I'm done. I'm tired of myself. I'm tired of trying not to be everything it is that I'm meant to be. And who knew how amazing it is to surrender, to truly, truly, truly surrender to your higher self. And that is what I love the most, because I attract the most authentic people, the most beautiful, life-transforming experiences, the most amazing conversations, and anything existing in this space of life that I naturally radiate, because I'm not trying. I'm not doing shit but being myself and being everything that I know to be. It's amazing. You know how many different versions of myself that I used to morph myself into to appeal to people? So to know that I'm not doing anything like that outside of truly, truly, truly being authentically everything that I am and still open to shifting into whatever else it is that I'm meant to be. That is where the real love of people, of community, of substance, of quality comes into play. And I am so grateful for that. So it makes me appreciate every time I blink, every time I take a breath, damn sure every orgasm, because those shits, woo, it's levels, yo. Like, it is levels.
Girl.
You might want to eat some peaches.
They
So, like,
don't hear you. They don't hear you.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's not me. It is everything that nature created us to be. When you align yourself with that, it can look like strawberries and blueberries and watermelon. It can look like that, but it's coding.
Right.
You know, like, so once you realize how you're coded, no different than, you know, how technology advances. We are technology. We are that advancement. So how iPhone X ain't got shit on me. And that's how I really see myself. Like, that's cute. That's basic technology compared to everything it is that's walking embodiment that I would definitely do everything in my power to always emanate.
That was beautiful.
It was.
Girl, jeez.
I'm like, you right, bitch. I don't need no motherfucking makeup.
Right.
And
I look good as is, okay?
Eating it and just wanting it. Sometimes we just want to get
Right.
pretty and just throw on a nice dress and, you know, let our hair down. And, you know, but that's a place that we play in. You know, like, a lover of mine took me out the other night and it was just like, okay, get dressed and put on whatever you want to put on. I said, what would you like to see me in? You know, like, so we're sitting there playing back and forth with each other. So we're playing that. Now, you know, we get home and it's just like, okay, come on, let's take this shit off now. You know, like, it was nice and thank you, but that's not naturally who we are. Naturally, I just want your skin, yo. Like, I just want only your skin rubbed down in some nice imported oils, and that's it. That I can follow everything. Please. Thank you.
All right, so we almost done these. So when I first went vegan or vegetarian and then vegan, the first thing I noticed was my moon cycle started changing. Like, my period went from 9 to 10 days, and now it's 4 days, and it comes exactly on a new moon every month. Less cramps. And we free bleed. We use the menstrual cup. Free bleeding, yay or nay?
Some people are really gross. Yes. Thank you.
Yay. Yay. Yeah, you definitely just let it flow, because it is a flow. It's emotions. It's life. It is trauma. It is bacteria. It is everything. Women, we fortunately have a space to where we're able to actually purge these out. We have this natural filtration system, you know, like that. We are literally able to let go of all sorts of things that we may have endured throughout that month, because we are life carriers. You know, like, life carriers, there's life in the cells. You know, like, it's not just a womb thing. That's cells. That's cellular tissue. That's all sorts of mitochondria. That's all sorts of shit. You know, like, so allow it to just naturally flow out. And past centuries and traditions and things, women would actually use their menstruals and fertilize the soil for the gardens. You know, like, so there's all sorts of just beautiful, beautiful things that actually come with the blood. And of course, you know, we're definitely far away from those types of rituals and stuff now, but they use it in all sorts of ceremonies. They use it as rites of passage, you know, like you drink from the cup. People still do it, you know, in Catholicism. What do? You go and eat the dry ass cracker, which symbolizes the bone, and then you drink the little fucking Welch's grape juice, which symbolizes the blood. So that blood is a beautiful, 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 beautiful rite of passage. So for those, yes, let it just flow. Let it flow. I do, I have willow pads. So those are the washable, you know, maxi pads. And I only, my flow is for 24 hours.
Yes!
So, go! Yeah, it's 24 hours.
We knew we was on to something, son.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that shit either. I was like, well, you know, like, no big deal. It was typically like 3 to 5 before, and then it dropped down, and no, now it's a solid. Like, if it comes on at 8 p.m., it's off by 8 p.m. the very next day. No discharge, no brown residue, no nothing. I am ready.
We knew it.
I'm so excited for the next few years.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we are big foodies. Like, obviously, Vegan Trap House. This is what we do. We travel. We eat to eat. Like, we go cross countries to try a sandwich.
I'm coming.
Girl, please come through.
I'm so coming.
We gonna be in Vietnam in a few weeks.
And we'll be there.
For a month or two, and then Indonesia. So yeah, come to Southeast Asia. Come kick it with the Trap Queens.
Okay. No, I'm dead ass serious, y'all.
No,
we dead ass serious too.
Where y'all gonna be mid-October?
Probably Indonesia.
But everything is so close, it don't even matter. Just come.
Yeah, legit. If you over here, we'll just fly to you. Like it's a hop, skip. Once you over, you already know you travel. So once you out of America, tickets are dirt cheap. So it's like, where I need to go, $50, cool, no problem.
No, I'm really coming. No, I'm serious. Like, I've been trying to find somewhere to go for the entire winter time. And I'm like, none of my friends travel like me, and ain't nobody balling like me either. So people just can't get up and leave. So I'm like, where the fuck am I about to go for the winter time?
Southeast Asia.
February, March.
We out here, and so many black people out here.
No, yeah.
We are dead serious. We are out here.
We vegan and we chilling. We buying crystals and we grounding. We kicking it.
It's one of our friends is having a black woman healing retreat next month. It's all types of shit going on out here. Like, black people are living. We got hotels and restaurants and
we traveling. We doing what we are. It's just
our
a cycle,
to
right?
do. It's families, it's kids out here, like all over.
And it's what melanated people do. We travel and set up shop all over the world, and we keep it moving. That's how the world is the world. So we're just doing it again.
Exactly. Oh, I can't wait. I'm serious. Like, I'm coming with y'all. Wherever we gonna be, we can upgrade it to whatever we need to be. Whatever it is, I'm jumping on y'all's train.
You ain't saying nothing but a word. This is what we do. And we need more traveling friends too. We need more popping traveling friends.
We left everybody in the States.
Right. All our hood friends.
We had to meet all new people.
We legit had a whole new tribe. Like,
right. That's what we doing now. Like, we in the process. Like, literally, like, it was, we was been talking about it earlier, but I was like, right, that's literally like what you be doing. We meeting our tribe, like traveling. For us, it's been traveling and going vegan.
Exactly.
Like, it's just been it attracts a whole new thing to you. Like, you have no idea that it is like the food that you're eating that really is like blocking you from becoming yourself. Like, we really thought we were like on our path, and it's not that we weren't, but it's like now we can really see it clearly and like really line ourselves up with it since we like
since we left the States and since we went vegan.
Well, we went vegan first. Like, before we even left the States, like, we went vegan. And everything like follow, like everything realized.
Everything.
Flowing.
People don't realize how amazing it could truly be, and that's what I say. Like, it's not even about vegan; it's just about the connection system. It's about how connected are you, and nature knows how to connect the dots. You know, like, we're all out here doing all sorts of different things, and they don't realize, like, animals were giving to us as companions upon this planet. It has been up to us whether or not we eat them or not. You know, like, the animals don't object to being eaten if that adds to the quality of our lives or to the quality of their lives. But however, like, the animals are not presently respected and honored for the quality of their lives
at all.
So they were designed to be our companions and to occupy space to teach us and to show us and all of those different things. But you know, like, now the animals are like a biogenetic creation upon genes that were gathered from all sorts of different solar systems and planets and all that type of stuff. So they have their own, you know, they have their own stuff, and that creation actually allows the representatives from those systems to have a genetic link. So the more and more we are in tune with the genetics that we are made of, which is plant life, that's how we're able to actually extend that broadcast, you know, like that broadcast into the world. So you can call it frequencies, you know, like you can call it whatever it is, but that type of faucet of creation has never really been understood. So that'd definitely be a conversation that we can have face to face, because I can go there. I can go there.
You are talking to your two other sisters. Like, basically, you preaching to the choir.
This is awesome.
But that's basically all of our questions. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out your busy schedule to doing this interview with the Vegan Trap Queens and the Vegan Trap House.
You're awesome.
You
I
are
am honored,
amazing.
my loves. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing y'all mid-October because we're
Guys,
doing this whole thing and
You ain't
Escape
saying
Winter
nothing
together.
but a word.
I'm so excited.
Thank you, my loves, and thank you for doing this work. It is so needed and it's so appreciated. So
Thank
I'm
you.
grateful.
Same.
I'm so grateful.
Thank you. We are as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here for us, so we probably about to go ahead and go to sleep.
Oh,
Right.
I love it. Well, y'all rest well, my loves, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it, and sleep well.
Thank you.
Kapkuna
You're
Ka
welcome.
and Thai. Thank you. All right, love and
care,
light
my
to
honey.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. There you have it, people. That was Tierra Goes Green right here on the Trap House Vegan with your favorite vegan couple, Eb and Shell, the Vegan Trap Queens. Don't forget to check out her website, www.TierraGoesGreen.com, and get some of her face flavor.
Definitely make sure you get that. Her melanin is popping, y'all. If you haven't seen it, follow her on Instagram at TierraGoesGreen and check out that complexion, honey, and then buy the face flavor.
Also, don't forget to check out our website, www.vegantraphouse.com, and get your copy of the Trap House Vegan, featuring over 100 gluten and soy-free, plant-based, bomb-ass recipes.
Trap.
Make sure you tune into us next week for some more fun with the Vegan Trap Queens. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Vegan Trap House Official. We are your favorite vegan couple, the Vegan Trap Queens, Eb and Shell. We out.
And
I am DDB, pass me my blood, no soda, only water. Like for real, who drinks soda? Soda? We drink water. Mermaid season.